Hey everyone, welcome back to Input. And in this live stream, I'm going to go over the news, the Transformers news for this week and possibly a couple of other weeks that I may have missed and just talk to you guys about it. And the reason why I wanted to do it live was real simple. Wanted to get your guys' live reactions as well. Not necessarily as a comment in, later on as the video after the video has aired or been put up or whatever. Kind of want to see your guys' takes on everything that I'm about to show you guys as well. So real quick, I want to say, hey, Ultra Marcus, welcome in. Devoid of Logic, welcome in. David Hill, welcome in. So yeah, we've got a lot of news this week. We've got actually a lot of news since the last time we've done news on this channel with TFT. But yeah, so a lot of stuff. What's going on, Haida? Hope everybody's doing good. This week's news is going to be brought to you by tformers.com. And like I always say, if you guys are tired of the Facebook drama, head on over to tformers.com to have an open discussion, I guess, about whatever you guys want to talk about. Yeah, that works. So, Haida's asking, man, we got this week's news, and it's a little selfish as well. You know, kind of bored sitting here at the house, and decided to go live and wanted to talk about something. So we're gonna be looking at the news and stuff. So let's do this. Bam. So what we got in the news, man? We got some stuff that got shown today. Let's take a look at this generations of 4-packs, supposedly a 4-pack of, we've got Buzzsaw, Night Prowler, and I think there's 2 other ones in this set as well. But so we've got Buzzsaw here, Beast Wars of Buzzsaw, which is a redeco of the Kingdom Waspinator. So this is probably going to be Legacy or Generation Selects. I think it says Gen Selects. Yep, does say Generation Selects. So yeah, so there you go. New head sculpt, new coloring. And I will say this, I really wasn't going to go in on this mold at all because I do have the Thrilling 30 Waspinator. But if they're going to throw a Buzzsaw at me, then bring it on. I'll have to get the mold. So there you go. Definitely in on this guy right here. We've got some different angles being shown off here. The back, man, the black wings on this, looks like black plastic, man. This whole backside, really like the way it looks. It looks really cool, especially with the green shoulders and stuff. Just kind of makes everything stand out and pop. Same thing with the front. The front gives it a different silhouette, being all yellow and a little bit of black, and then the backside being all black with a little bit of green and some yellow accents. I think it looks really, really cool. So yeah, I'm totally down for this. We've got Night Stalker. Now, for you guys who don't know, Night Stalker was a early thousands Universe 1.0 redeco of Cheetor, and that's essentially where this is coming from. I mean, I do like the mold. I like the upscale version as Tigertron. I do like the Cheetor here, so I'm in on this one too. So let's see. I'm gonna go over real quick. The chat says, David Hill says, some people just pick up the phone and call a friend when when wanting to talk. Now he makes a video from his house. Let's hope he isn't shooting from the bedroom. So yeah, Night Stalker in on this one, 100%. Any of these really alternate decos that we haven't seen in like 20 years, I'm totally in for. So yeah, sign me up for that. He is a straight repaint from the looks of it. So yeah, we're gonna go click on this one because this one is what I thought it was. But yeah, so we also have some in-hand images, it looks like, of the Shattered Glass, Earth Mode Ironhide here, and Silver Streak. So yeah, And if you guys don't know, Silver Streak is the name of Blue Streak in IDW, but because of because of a whole entire situation that happened in IDW, Blue Streak and Silver Streak are two different characters now, and their names are swapped. So you can either look at that as a Diaclone Blue Streak or Silver Streak. I'm calling them Silver Streak. So, so we've got, Black Ironhide refers to as Black Guard. So not too sure what that one's going to be all about. But if you guys did miss the Earthrise version of Ironhide, this is actually a pretty good way to get your hands on the mold if you missed out on Ratchet as well, or Shattered Glass Ratchet, or any of those versions that they've used so far. So, yeah, definitely sign me up for this. Now, I have seen rumors somewhere, I think it was on Instagram, that this might be a 4-pack. So like a Gen Selects 4-pack, possibly. Not too sure on that. That hasn't been officially confirmed or denied. So take that one, I guess, with a grain of salt. And let's see. I'm going to go back to the chat. And he said, Haida says, did this mold get updated? I'm assuming you're talking about the Cheetor. Doesn't look like it, no. The Cheetor mold had that breakage issue. Black Arachnia got a retool. Yeah, it was like the clip, right? That held the chest in place would snap or something like that. David wants to know, when will you turn these repaints into Shattered Glass customs? That Ironhide would be really easy to do. Just slap a purple Autobot logo. And actually, the Blue Streak would be really easy to do. You just need to slap the Shattered Glass Autobot logos on those guys, and then you're golden. So Transarian just says I just posted these pics on Instagram. Nice. MC DJ, welcome in. So I just says, I thought that the blue streak was going to be a Generation Selects, or is it Walgreens? See, I've seen both. Originally it was going to be it was going to be a Walgreens one, and then it seemed like it got moved to Gen Selects and then back to Walgreens, and now the rumor is it's going to be a Gen Selects 4-pack. So that's, I don't know. No, I don't think it's going to be a 4-pack, and I'll tell you why, is because they plan on doing that 4-pack with Goldbug, the buzzworthy 4-pack for Target. So I don't see them doing another 4-pack for Generations. But then again, could be wrong. Who knows? We'll see. See, David says a Blackguard Ironhide is really an A-Team van crossover, but Hasbro couldn't get the contract. You know, man, you could possibly paint that stripe down the side of it and be done 100%. See, Den10 says, I already know that Blue Streak hard to get. Yeah, the Walgreens one. I've seen the Walgreens one out and about, but not at Walgreens. So like at comic book stores and stuff like that. And they're wanting, double the price on them. So, but yeah, so what do you guys think about this? All these, man, are you guys in on any of these? I'm in on all 4 of them. I think all 4 of them look really, really cool. So especially that Night Stalker, I'm totally in for him. So, and the other 2, of course, Shattered Glass Junkie here. So those guys will get some Shattered Glass stickers and put in the Shattered Glass area of the house. So there you go. So let's scroll back to the opening page, and we've got official announcement for BotCon, baby. Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee, August 25th through the 28th. BotCon has finally returned. Now, BotCon, I did a live stream about 2 years ago now, saying the return of BotCon is upon us and stuff like that, and they had just announced it. Pete Sinclair just announced it. And we all know what happened. The world exploded, and the world is still somewhat exploding out there. So a lot of this stuff has been pushed back. But I'm really, really glad to see Pete Sinclair be able to bring us BotCon. This is going to be awesome. So, yeah, I'm totally wanting to go to this. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm totally psyched for this. Let me get caught up on chat real quick. Someone called Toy Hacks for 18 van stickers. That's no lie. Fire Talk's hitting it right on the head right there. Den10 says, I plan to get all of them, but I'm not sure about Ironhide. The thing I'm thinking of is using the Ironhide as a G1 movie version. Now, that's actually pretty cool. And actually, something I just thought about, that the Black Guard could be an update to the Guard that we got at Walmart that used the Siege Ironhide mold, the black and the silver one. So that could be, so you could have like when the Quintessons land on Earth, there you go. They bring their guards with them. They give them Earth modes, and there you go. JSP says, just in time for my 47th birthday. And Haida says, I'll need to get a spare guard for Ironhide spare parts. So let's scroll through. Says BotCon returns next summer, and what better way to relaunch this legendary show than by hosting the convention at the brand new Embassy Suites in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This gorgeous new hotel opens early 2022 and will be the largest Embassy Suites in the United States. With that, our BotCon 2022 hotel block for attendees is now live. Before booking, let us highlight some of the featured amenities. All right, so if you guys weren't sold because it's a BotCon, let's take a look at what the rooms are offering at the hotel. Every room available is spacious suite featuring a kitchen area, dining space, a front room for entertaining, and floor-to-ceiling windows for an amazing view of the city. That actually sounds pretty cool. Free daily made-to-order breakfast for all guests. Complimentary 2-hour reception for guests each night featuring appetizers, drinks, and adult beverages. All right. Level 30 rooftop pool and lounge overlooking downtown Nashville. Dude, that sounds sick. Multiple bars and restaurants on site. 1 block away from Nashville's amazing entertainment district. Man, if you guys don't know, Nashville is country music central. It's starting to become music central for the U.S. So there's a lot of music history in Nashville. So that's something really, really cool. Only 8 miles from the Nashville International Airport. So that's really cool for you guys flying in. Me being me, I'm driving. So that doesn't do me any good. But yeah, so BotCon has always been known for being a destination convention, a place to take your family, your friends, to meet your fellow fans, and to make a vacation out of your trip. That type of experience returns with BotCon 2022. Be sure to check out all the info on the hotel and local attractions. If you think this is all pretty exciting, just wait until you see everything else we have planned for the show. Do not miss the return of the world's first and largest convention featuring everyone's favorite robots. BotCon 2022, presented by the awesome crew at Agbigus. For additional info, you can visit and like their Facebook page here and book now at Hilton.com. So there you go. Yeah, God dang, look at that hotel, man. That looks crazy. That would be a beautiful, beautiful scenery no matter where you were in that hotel to take a look at. That's really, really cool. So, see, let's get caught back up on chat. Let's see, Runestone, wasn't Shatterglass Ironhide also black? Yes, he was. He was red and black. He was the Diaclone colors of Ironhide just thrown into Shattered Glass. Den10 says, I gotta go to BotCon. What's going on, Mr. Bot? David says, I don't know why I said that so weird. Got bot, my bad. David Hill says, sounds like a BotCon became a mini vacation destination for everybody. Yeah, it really, really did. Action Figure Expert says, hopefully this pandemic does not get worse during this convention. And I do agree with you on that 100%. So yeah, BotCon, Nashville, Tennessee, 25th through the 28th. So definitely looking forward to that. I am kind of wondering what convention or what exclusives that they're going to have. So really interesting to see there. I know they are doing like a Waspinator from Action Force. I don't know too much about the Action Force line, but it's one of their, it's like Fireflight or something like that, kind of dressed up as Waspinator with wings and stuff. So it looks pretty cool. We've got Transformers Masterpiece Cliff Jumper Test Shot or Colored Test Shot in hand. This is rough. To me, I think this looks really, really rough. I'm really curious on what you guys think about this one. It does look like the 2.0 Bumblebee mold. I'm not too sure why that's, I guess those are part numbers or factory numbers or something right here that are fudged out or something. I don't know. But that, oh, dude, that looks kind of rough to me. Yeah, not really feeling this one at all, especially the entire car being clear plastic on the back. Yeah, that's a little worrisome that it doesn't look like these are separate pieces, like separate window pieces made out of clear plastic. So it does look like the entire backpack is clear plastic, and that's kind of worrisome. So I guess, yeah, we'll see. Wonder what you guys are saying about this one. See, Godbot says a Diaclone boy will be my SG Ironhide. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All you got to do is slap some Shatterglass stickers over those Autobot logos and you're done. Runestone says if Bot Cotton is coming back, I'm guessing they're not doing box sets. No, they're not. Those box sets were when they were the official, when they had the licenses from Hasbro. Botcom for the longest time was the official Transformers convention for Hasbro, and then in 2016 they lost those licenses, and then shortly after that, FunPub lost the license for G.I. Joe and stuff as well. So, see, Gabot says, nice here, BotCon, but I am not traveling off my lawn. So, yeah, dude, I totally feel you on that one, man. David Hill says, input, it's 2022 almost. You can't say colored anymore. By rough, he means like unfinished crap. I mean, Gotbot, yeah, he can definitely understand my language for sure. See, Runestone says the buzzworthy line is apparently going to include Paralyzer, a recolored from Waspinator. Now, that's pretty cool. I'm really down to see what that looks like too. Action figure expert. It just sucks that that Fun Publication is no more. Yeah, but the thing is, as long as those guys are still around, the magic is still there. You know, it's not the name. It's basically not the company that had the magic. It's the people that had the magic. So as long as those people are still around, then the magic is still there. But yeah, definitely. But back on this cliff jumper, definitely not feeling it. Ultra Marcus says that cliff jumper looks like he jumped off a cliff. Yeah, I'm not feeling. I'm not the biggest fan of Bumblebee 2.0 either, and the engineering here looks pretty similar to that. So yeah, not really feeling this one. This looks really, really rough. I am definitely, I will say this, I am waiting for somebody to make an upgrade kit for Earthrise Cliff Jumper and Buzzworthy Cliff Jumper, Buzzworthy 86 Cliff Jumper, to give him his roof spoiler right here. And I think that would be the perfect masterpiece looking, or G1-ish looking Cliff Jumper, if you will. But yeah, definitely not feeling this one. Let's see what else we got. Transformers Speak of the Devil and He Shall Appear. We've got In Demand Toys posted new official images today, which is December 30th, with a new look at the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series packing all figures. Check out the updated shots of Cup, Cliff Jumper, Bumblebee, and Coronation Starscream. So let's scroll down through this. So we've got Cliff Jumper, 86 Cliff Jumper. Definitely more cartoon accurate here. Movie accurate, should say. G1 accurate. Yeah, there we go. We'll go with that one. He's definitely more G1 accurate here over the Earthrise. But I will say this. I do like the coloring on the Earthrise better. Just the red and the black and stuff. Really, really dig that. And I know this has upset a lot of people, especially the cup. Right? So, the Earthrise, this being a redeco from the Earthrise, I can definitely understand you being put into the 86, quote unquote, 86 Studio Series line, however you want to read that box. And just using that mold and recoloring, I can definitely understand that. But the cup, yeah, I can definitely see why people are upset about the cup and the cliff jumper stuff. But yeah. So here we got them in packaging. No clear plastic windows, straight through the box, so you can reach in and touch the figure if you wanted to. Now, cup is definitely more accurate. 86-2 is definitely more accurate than Studio Series 86 cup. He does have all the battle damage and stuff on his chest, and I know a lot of people were confused by that, but he does have that in the movie. And he does not have that clear window. Definitely going to pass on this one, though, because I do have the other one, and for me, there really isn't enough of a difference between the two for me to double dip on this one. So who knows? But we'll see. Maybe if I find them on clearance, I might grab them, maybe, but unsure as of now, but most likely definitely going to pass on them. We've got 86 Bumblebee, not movie 86, Studio Series Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie, the Cybertronian scene. So 1970 B, I guess. B127. So yeah, definitely from the Bumblebee movie right there. And we've got Coronation Starscream. Now I do have to ask, is anybody excited for this Coronation Starscream? I am a little indifferent towards it. I don't get the 4 null rays, right? I don't get that. They don't look like they're any different. Maybe looks like maybe one set's possibly darker than the other set. I don't know. But the throne for Megatron I think is really cool. But gonna have to pass on this one too. Don't want to double dip on the Starscream. Maybe if it was like a G2 Starscream and you could put this stuff on your Earthrise Starscream, that would have been really cool. But yeah, not definitely gonna pass on this one. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the Coronation Starscream? You guys in on it or not? I'm gonna get caught back up on chat real quick. Let's see. Fire Talks agreeing with Ultra Marcus. Runestone says a cup is a frustrating figure to begin with, thanks to his limb removal feature. That's a good point, Runestone. I do have to ask, how many people like that gimmick? I think it's a concept that's really cool on paper, and it's a really cool toy feature. It reminds me of the old Crash Test dummy toys and stuff. But I'm really curious on how many people actually enjoy that as a feature. Let's see. Fire Talk says he does not like this cup. David Hill says, notice the artwork of RC on the Buzzworthy box. Think they will release her again in that subline. It wouldn't surprise me. I know there are rumors that they are going to re-release RC in the 86 line. I do have my own thoughts that I don't think it's going to be Earthrise RC or Kingdom RC repacked. Might be. I'm hoping that it might be a different mold. I doubt it. It just seems really weird to me that they would put RC out there for a third time like that and not give us a new mold at that point. If that makes sense. But I don't know. We'll see. Fire Talks says, I want the Starscream, but meh. Trans Aaron, not really feeling it either, I guess. So David Hill says, second set of no rays, plug into coronation pads, other set plugs into arms. Okay. That's interesting. Runestone. So is that high octane Bumblebee reissue exclusive to Buzzworthy, as that's the figured number 79? It's possible. Very, very possible. Heido says the existing null rays won't fit on the shoulders. Ultra Marcus, I appreciate it, man. Smash that like button. Do it now. So action figure expert, they need to take the cliff jumper and make him into a glyph and chat out. That would be really, really cool for sure. And I'll take that even one step further. If they want to do like their next box set, could be all of those guys just recolored. You know, take the cliff jumper, the Bumblebee, the Volkswagen Bumblebee, and do 2 of each, and in different colors. And there you go. That'd be a really cool pack. Gotbot, I did that to Cliff long before this, so pass on Coronation Starscream as well. Definitely. Din 10, I'm not getting that Starscream. It's just a cash grab, but I do want that Cliff Jumper. Now I do have to ask, do you want the Cliff Jumper because you missed the Earthrise, or you want him because of his coloring? Let me ask you that, Din 10. Fire Talk says the cup feature only works if you print the Codobot from Funbee. I don't know. I know who Funbee is. I don't know what you're referring to, though, Fire Talks. I didn't know they did anything for that cup. Haida says, I like the Starscream. I just wish it wasn't strictly better. Yeah, like I said, I think they should have done just a G2 coloring on it and included the Coronation set. So let's see. Keep going. Din 10, it says that SS86 cup buzzworthy or not. I really don't like it. Fire Talks cup feature only works. Okay. Jumping around on me. Aleska says, will you be getting Transformers Legacy? I will be getting Legacy. I won't be getting all of Legacy, however. Wave 1 for Legacy, I'm interested in the Generation 2 Prime and possibly Blaster, because they are reissuing Blaster in Legacy Wave 1. So if I can't find them in Kingdom, I'll definitely grab the Legacy one. And I think that was it that I was interested in Wave 1. Oh, and then Drag Strip in Wave 1 as well. So those would be the 3 that I get from Wave 1 if I don't find Kingdom Blaster before that. Runestone says, Select's Bug Bite looks so boring without the radioactive symbols. I will agree with that, definitely. He definitely needs the tribal symbols and stuff to help him out. I want Cliff because I did miss out on Earthrise because of how bland it looked. Okay, I got that. Okay. Danny Dolphin in the house. What's going on, Danny? Let's see. Funbee made a printable octopus robot from the movie. Oh, okay. I did see that. Okay. My fault. Yeah, I did see that octopus. And you're right. Yeah, because you can kind of rip Cup apart and put them in the tentacles and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. I hope Slammer gets a packing refresh. I do too. I feel like it's kind of... It'd be kind of weird if they didn't, right? But I also think at this point it would be really cool if they re-released that Generations Metroplex with Six Gun and Slammer in the box and do like some kind of recoloring on those guys to make them either more toy accurate or more just a different coloring. Because I know Slammer, the new Slammer, is colored like his toy. He's gray and white. But I think it'd be really cool to get just these all pearl white Slammer and stuff like that. I think that'd be really, really cool. Gotbot says, wait, not Skids? I actually am not getting Skids. To be honest, the Skids, I don't... Okay, so when a Transformer is made out of clear plastic on the back, it really worries me. 86 Jazz, his whole backpack being clear. The Dotson brothers, the whole backpack being clear. I I basically don't want to buy a figure and then 2 or 3 years down the road, I take them out of the case, fiddle with them, transform them, and then the whole backpack breaks off, So, that's kind of what worries me about it. And I do have the Thrilling 30 IDW skids, and so I'm not really in a rush to get the skids, or I'm not really looking to get the skids, I should say. If I do get a G1 skids or modern interpretation of G1 skids, I'll probably get Masterpiece or the X Transbots version. That'll be the route that I go. Din 10 says, what do y'all think of the legacy packaging? Definitely want to know what you guys think about that. Haida says Metro combo pack. It sounds like a con exclusive, still cheaper than the secondary prices, though. Absolutely. Yeah, I found Metroplex at a local comic book store 2 days ago, and they were asking $400, and he's missing Scamper. Just, man, I couldn't. That's outrageous. Apparently, the Legacy Stunticons will take cues from previous Stunticons homages. Dead End will include purple windows, like his Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe. And that's really cool. I do love that. And Breakdown is supposed to be modeled after Transformers Prime Breakdown, and I think it's super, super cool that they're doing that. As a huge Stunticon fan that I am, I think it's super cool. I do wish that they kind of maybe took that one step further and made drag strip, the female drag strip from the Stunticon job. So animated drag strip was female. I think that'd be super cool. And then Motormaster could have been your G1 homage, just straight G1 Motormaster. But they're already doing somebody. I think it's I forgot who, but somebody's already homaging the Stunticon job out of those 5. So, I mean, I don't. It's just it's so cool to me that they're mismatching like that, and I hope they do that. If they do the rest of the combiners, I hope they do that to some degree with the other combiners as well. I think it'd be really cool. See, Runestone says the Legacy Wild Rider include the chainsaw reference to the BotCon anime. There you go, right there. Yep. Ruben Soto, what's up, man? Long time no see. Let's see. David Hill says, I'm out. Thanks for having everyone over. No problem, man. Take care of yourself, buddy. So, all right, let's keep going with the news here. Brought to you by tformers.com. So speaking of legacy packaging, right there, I'll go over this real quick. This is super cool. Micro Machines series, Transformers Micro Machine series coming. If you guys are a stop motion animator, dude, this is a godsend. If you do like Bayformer stop motions or anything like that, yeah. Because I'm real lazy with my stop motion sometimes. I will have, if I have 2 of the same figure, or 2 of the same character, then I'll have Cup on screen. It'll be like 86 Cup, and he'll transform into like Titan's Return Cup. And that's what you'll see driving or whatever. So off camera, I'm not transforming the figures and stuff like that. So I think this is super, super cool. Let's see. Let's talk about this legacy packaging that just popped up right here. So we got 15 images to go through. This blaster is, I just want to say this, stop motion reviewer. If you haven't checked his stuff out, he's pretty funny. He's pretty funny, over the top. But he got this early and he's reviewed it, and the transformation on this is super, super cool. It's super clean. It does remind me of the, that Chug third-party blaster that came out a few years ago. The transformation does remind me of that a little bit. But I just want to say this, Hasbro, continue giving us cassette tapes for Blaster. Don't do what you did in Titan's Return and only give us eject and not rewind. Come on, man. Let's keep it going here. Let's see. Haida says, hopefully a third-party company makes a trailer for Combiner Wars Motormaster like the one they did for Legacy Motormaster. They actually did. Somebody did do a trailer for that a while back, a few years ago. I did find it on eBay. I never picked it up, but it is out there, and it was a 3D printed trailer. Looked pretty cool though, and you could put, I think it was 2 or 3 of the Stunticon Combiner War Stunticons in it, and the trailer was pretty long. So, let's see, Godbot. It says also I have that previous skids. It is why I'm getting the new one. I get that. I know. People are really looking forward to the skids, and I think it looks really good. It's just that backpack. I was messing around with the Thrilling 30 Night Beat, and I noticed that the clear plastic windows are a different piece. So I really kind of wish Hasbro would start going back to that. Make the backpack out of solid plastic, can do the clear plastic as, you know, the windows as clear plastic and separate pieces. Let's see. Den10 says, does anyone else agree that TF Source is overpriced? I think they can be. I think they do scalp some of their stuff. I will say that. Let's see. Haida says, then again, still waiting for a decent trailer for Earthrise Prime. Runestone, damn, I thought the Legacy reissue of Blaster would include a non-transparent eject. No, this is going to be just straight repack. So I would do hope that we do get a non-translucent, quote-unquote, Energon D-powered eject. So, I mean, hopefully, but if we don't, I guess we don't. But I do hope we get, at the very least, some cassette tapes for Blaster this time around. A lot more, I should say. Titans Return, we did get some, but I do want a lot more. So here we go in his Blaster, his Ghetto Blaster mode, his cassette player mode, and right there we got eject. He looks pretty cool. I think the mold looks really cool on him. There he is in the Legacy. Ages 8+. I want to point this out. Their G.I. Joes are 4+, right? If I remember right, their G.I. Joes are 4+. Their classified are 4+. So their Transformers are 8+. I don't know, just pointing that out. That's all. We've got Bulkhead right here. I do like this idea of doing like G1 like styling for older characters. I like the idea, but I know a lot of people are ready to move on from G1. So, but I think Bulkhead looks pretty good here, especially like how his back section of the truck mode becomes a shield, and he's just got that giant wrecking ball on his hand. Now I want to see a third-party company put a chain on that, and you could connect the chain to his forearm, and then the other side to the wrecking ball, and he could just have this, you know, this giant freaking ball of death swinging through the air. It'd be really cool. There he looks like right there. That's what he looks like in his packaging. I do love the packaging, but I've talked about this before. The Transformers Legacy logo reminds me a lot of the Marvel Legends logo. So I'm not sure if they're trying to do some kind of brand unification or company unification across all of their toy lines as far as logo looks go, but or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm seeing something that's there that's really not there. I don't know. But that's what it reminds me of. And this is the one I'm looking forward to the most, is G2 Laser Prime. Absolutely. Sign me up for that right now. My body is ready. This artwork looks super cool. I'm really curious on why he's so energized, like charged up like that. Hopefully they give some explanation to the art. It'd be really, really interesting to see their reasoning for that. Now, he does look like a heavy retool, at least the lower half of Earthrise Optimus Prime, which if it is, it wouldn't surprise me at all. We do have in the rumor mill that this is going to be a Gen Selects Black Convoy, Nemesis Prime recolor as well, or Scourge, RID Scourge recolor. If that ends up being the case, sign me up for that as well. Repack of Galvatron, Kingdom Galvatron. Again, nothing new here. So definitely really, really cool for anybody who missed out on Kingdom Galvatron. And Kingdom Galvatron, if you look right here, the shoulders are fixed. So if you guys don't want to take the chance on Kingdom Galvatron for the lower shoulders, which you got to do is just rotate the arms around. But if you guys want the peg holes and stuff facing the correct way, then there you go. You guys can have that. Just pick up the Legacy one if you find it, or pre-order it or whatever. And there you go. That's what the Legacy packaging looks like right there. Bam. And let's keep going. We've got X Transbot's Vanguard Hotspot official image reveal. Let's check this out real quick. Obviously, just one image. It's in alt mode. This looks pretty cool. I know X Transbots probably isn't the greatest, isn't the new hotness anymore as far as how people feel about them, especially after their cup. But let me get back to chat real quick and see what you guys are saying. Scrolling up. Let's see. I got to scroll up a little bit. I feel like Gotbot during his live streams. I got to scroll up, and then I hope it doesn't jump down. Let's see. Scrolling through. Action Figure Expert says the nice thing about the Thrilling 30 skids is that all the firepower, he's got the guns and the shoulders, accessories and stuff. Yeah, definitely. That's actually one of the things that surprised me about that figure when I first got him, is just all the firepower that dude has. Danny, packaging looks like trash. Ultra Marcus says, I prefer the Kingdom packaging. Runestone says, I don't think anything can top Kingdom's package artwork. That lava setting just looks incredible. I do think the Kingdom packaging looks really cool. The thing that I do like the most about the Legacy packaging, though, is it stands out on a shelf. You know, it's just this bright purple look to it. It doesn't bleed in to everything else. Eject has, this is from Haida, Eject has some awesome molding, but because it's clear, you can see through it. Yeah. Like I said, I hope we get one that's not quote unquote energized or whatever. Ultra Marcus says, I could probably get used to the Legacy packaging, but right now it looks a little vulgar. I can definitely see that. Let's see. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Gotbot, but Gotbot is saying that somebody looks like absolute dog shit. I think you're talking about Bulkhead, right? Am I correct on that? Haida, I want to see Fiction connect Bulkhead and Hound like Spark Brothers. That would be cool. That'd be super cool. Logo's got me in a chokehold. It's from Danny. Din10 says, you guys know that they used the Omega Sentinel's name in Marvel, but they said it was Marvel's quote-unquote version. They used it on the X-Men Sentinel. I'm sure they can get around that somehow. They can, call it Guardian or whatever. Be real easy workaround there. Haida says the Legacy packaging looks very G2 in the color palette. That's true. I didn't even think about that, Haida. Good call. Let's see. Ultra Marcus says the Legacy Galvatron has no battle damage. I see. I think you are correct. I didn't notice that, but definitely. So if you guys don't want the battle damage, there you go. Get the Legacy Galvatron if you don't want the battle damage. Russo says, actually, Black Convoy Scourge may be in the Velocitron subline. Okay. I mean, either way, dude, if we get that Optimus done as Black Convoy, I am totally in for it. What's going on, Rodimus Primal? Hope you're doing good, buddy. JSP says perhaps this one might be fungus free. That's true. For you guys who don't know or don't follow me on Instagram, my Galvatron had I don't know, somebody, I thought it was mold on the figure. Somebody on Instagram corrected me. It wasn't mold. It was some kind of like moss or something or other on it. So basically it's not poisonous, or it's not bad to breathe in or anything like that. But yeah, mine did have like this white moss mold fungus thing on the shoulder and stuff. It was really weird. But it cleaned up with some alcohol just fine. So no worries there. Gawa said, as good as could be in isolation. Anyone, this is from Din10. Anyone got any hype for Dragon Ball Superhero? It is rumored to be centered around Gohan. I did see a trailer. I will say this, Dintin. I did see a trailer with Gohan losing his mind, going Super Saiyan 2 again, and beat the crap out of people. So I was totally. I thought it was a continuation of Super, like the next Super arc or something leading into that. See, Rodimus Primal says, fixed my Kingdom Galvatron shoulder with a tool and cleaned off his muck. Got an add-on kit and Toy Hacks labels. That's awesome. There is a, what is it? DNA Design is doing a Galvatron upgrade kit for Kingdom Galvatron, and it looks pretty cool. Makes him a little bit taller, makes his proportions a little bit better. So looks really cool. I dig it. I put it on pre-order as soon as I saw it. M3, welcome in, brother. Let's see. Haida says that this blaster is an awesome mold. It feels good. Good part separation. Minimal need for paint apps. That's really cool, man. There's a lot of love for this blaster, and I'm really excited about it. Because not only did people wanted, a in-scale blaster, for the last couple of years, like a siege scale blaster for the last couple of years. I think it's really cool that Hasbro just completely nailed it this time around. It's homage to G1 without being G1. It's his own kind of entity. It's not, it's not a retool of Soundwave. It's nothing like that. It's his own thing. I think it's super cool. Super Robot Ed, welcome in, man. Hope you're doing all right. Actually, I hope everyone's doing all right. I hope everyone's having a good day, getting ready for a good New Year's, and I hope Christmas was really good to you guys. Now I do have to ask you guys in on this Defensor, or are you guys doing the MMC Defensor? Or if you guys are going to get any Defensor, are you guys going to go MMC, or are you guys going X Transbots? I think the alt mode for this X Transbots hotspot, Jesus, looks really good. But again, like I said, I know a lot of people are having trust issues with X Transbots because of their cup. So we'll see. But I dig it. Fans hobby images of their Imano Fire, which is their cab from Super God Master Force. This thing, oh man, this thing looks so good. If you guys haven't had the chance to experience their Minerva or their Go Shooter or their Siren that's coming out, you pick up one of them, man. They're really good figures, and this just blows me away. I mean, this cab looks super sick, and I hope this goes into Headmaster Junior's territory, or Decepticon Headmaster Junior's territory, so we get like Cancer and Fangry and the rest of the crew and stuff. I think that'd be super cool for them to just go complete God Master Force on this and give us everything. So, and this looks so good. What do you guys think about this cab? Do you guys have any of these? I'm really curious what you guys think about this stuff, if you guys have any of it. Once again, man, they are killing it with these stock images, man. Fans Projects. And there's all three of them together, dude. This is sick. That Ghost Shooter knocks it out of the park, man. It really does. Super good figure. There he is in his fire truck mode. I know people are saying he looks a little short, but he is about that length in the anime. He's a shorter on the short side in the anime. So this is super cool. Definitely in on this one. And so let's see. Where is the second page for this? We got any more? Is this it? This can't be it. We've got news right here. Let's click on this and see what we got. We got some older news, and I guess that's it. Is that it? That can't be it. We got more news, right? Got to have more news than just that. Looks like I guess that's it. So we got the front page. Scroll through all of the front page. Read more news because I'm blind. And so we've got Future Toys Black Widow, Transmetal 2 Black Arachnia prototype images. Man, dude, that looks so good. This looks like something M3 would buy and put in his gumball machine. If you know, you know. But yeah, this looks super, super clean. I dig that. I can't wait to see that. G2 Motormaster official images from X-Transbots. I forgot what they called him. Let's see, what is it? The Berserker leader. Yeah, Gravestone. So there you go. X-Transbots, a G2 colored Gravestone. So if you guys have been collecting this, and there you go, you guys can finally get your G2 Minosaur on in masterpiece scale. This thing looks outstanding. Now, I will say, I do think it is weird, really odd choice that they went with the G1 style heads instead of the toy accurate heads, because G2 didn't have any cartoon lore. So to be more G2 accurate, they should be using the youth versions of the heads on their G2 figures. But hey, is what it is. I'm just happy that G2 is getting some love. G2 is my favorite. Runestone says, from Legacy Skids, we should get Skids Green, Screech, Reboost, Burnout, and Crosscut. Definitely. Bino, hey man, what's going on? Let's see. Runestone also says Burnout will supposedly be in the Velocitron subline. Closest one we got was a Unique Toys sound mixer. Yes, that's it. Yep. I was talking about him earlier, and I couldn't remember his name. Thank you, Robot Ed. Let's see. Going through. Devoid of logic. If Hasbro doesn't finish off Blaster's Cassette's minions, a Dr. Wu will try to do it. You know what? I can't disagree with that. That's 100% truth right there. And if he does, I mean, like I said, sign me up for these cassettes. Any cassette for anybody, sign me up. But if Dr. Wu does it, I'm in. If Hasbro does it, I'm in. I don't care who does it as long as I get them. Let's see. Bino says, I'm going to custom Defensor or Protector bots. Okay, that's cool, man. If you can send me when you're done, I'd love to see him. Like if you got Instagram or something like that. I'd love to see him when you're done. Let's see. Haida says, I'll stick with the Combiner Wars Unite Warrior system. I've seen that. That's not the first time I've seen that either. I've seen a few people say that before. So, my thing is, if it's a Stunticon, I'm getting it. If they combine, great. If they don't, great. I love the Stunticon so much. Rodimus Primal says, I say we need better War for Cybertron scaled Soundwave cassettes, Ravage and Fibreer especially. Yeah, I would agree with that, but I think the trouble would be trying to fit them into the into Soundwave's chest, unless you did them kind of at like what is it? I'm trying to think, Legend scale, and they could still transform, but they couldn't fit inside Soundwave's chest. Then, I mean, if that happened, if Hasbro did that, I think people would riot too. Let's see. Danny says, I have all the Fans Hobbies cars. They're so good. Yeah, honestly, I will say this about the Fans Hobby cars. The Headmaster Juniors, dang, man, that Minerva blew me away the first time. And that's what I said, you know what? If this is what they're bringing to the table, sign me up for the rest of them. I'm in. War for Cybertron Ravage. I don't know if I should laugh or cry. Let's see. Do you think, this is from Runestone, he says, do you think the SS86 Core Rumble will be a new mold? I think it will be. I truthfully think it will be, because I feel like it'd be weird if it wasn't, right? Because then again, I don't know. Because the way they're recoloring the 86 line into the Bumblebee line and calling it like 86-2 with Cup and then Cliff Jumper and stuff. Cup especially. I want to say yes, because if you look at what Hasbro's been doing these last couple of years, where they, a few years before Siege, a lot of this stuff would have been remolded into different things, or just recolors, not remolds or new molds. And they've been bringing us new molds like Blaster would be the one at the forefront of my thought process, right? Like Blaster could have easily been a retooled Soundwave, and they didn't go that route, right? So I want to say, so that's why I want to say Core Rumble will be a new mold for sure. But then again, it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't. So, let's see. This from Haida. Wish a Cogman retool got turned into Minerva. Now there is that rumor that we're getting Minerva, so a Hasbro Minerva. So you never know, that Cogman could be retooled to Minerva. That's a really good call, Haida. Really good call. Let's see. Scrolling back down through chat. In Legacy, all of the Stunticons are not going to be G1 accurate. No, they are not. The only G1 accurate one is going to be Drag Strip, and everybody else is going to have hints, or in the case of Breakdown, he's going to be Transformers Prime homage, which I'm thinking about it. And if you think about it, he's going to look like, Minosaur is going to end up looking like Combiner Wars Minosaur when he had the truck for the leg instead of Wild Rider, right? So I don't know, man. It's going to be real interesting to see how they do this one. Like I said, I'm in for it 100%. Buy or sell War for Cybertron Optimus or War Within Optimus designs? Buy, because War Within has some really, really cool designs. Runestone says maybe they'll do a box set of the Legacy Stunticons in their more accurate colors, maybe with an actual G1 Breakdown retool from one of the other cars. Maybe. That'd be really cool if they did. Gives people options, man, and totally down for options, because the more options you have, the consumer always wins when there's more options on the market. Benno says, may I ask what are your thoughts on movie figures of characters who don't appear in the movie, like example, Incinerator, Hellstorm, Wreckage, Lockdown, Stockade? I dig it, man. I really do, because, kids gravitate to what they like. They'll gravitate to something that they see on screen if they like it and stuff like that. But I do like that, because when you're at the store, a kid could see something and really, really like that character, and that could bring him into the line if he's never seen the movies before or anything like that. So I really, really dig it. I think it's a great idea for any company to do that, truthfully. Let's see. Runestone says, be interesting if Studio Series redid the video game characters like Swindle, Dreadwing, and Payload. That'd be really cool. Really, really interesting. There's a lot of Transformers lore that they could do with Legacy, and I'm really, really curious on what they're going to do with Legacy overall. So, and I don't mean like wave 1 or 2. I mean, further on, maybe like 3 or 4 years from now. I'm really curious to see where Legacy ends up from where it starts. So let's see. Den 10 says, I would think due to customs and masterpieces that Minerva would be Nightbeat Thrilling 30 remold. Maybe, but then again, if you guys remember too, that Nightbeat was supposed to be a Jazz remold, so and ended up being a Bumblebee remold instead. Which one would I buy and sell? I would probably, I got to scroll back up to your question, but JSP wants to know which one would I buy, which one I would sell. I would buy the War Within Optimus and then sell the War for Cybertron Optimus. Yeah, that's what I would do. Let's see. Super Robot Ed says Motormaster will be Commander class and it will no longer be Scramble City like. Yeah, that's what Hasbro is saying. So, and he's supposed to be coming with his trailer. And rumor has it that he's going to combine. The trailer is going to be the skeleton. So basically, Hasbro's copying, what X-Transbots is doing and what DX9 did with their Motormaster and their Stunticons. So, but I'm really curious to see how Hasbro pulls it off. So, but yeah, so we got G2 Gravestone right here. This looks super sick. Always love me some G2 love. Always have, always will, because like I said, G2 is my favorite. Because I mean, robots in the skies, they're giant robots. Why do they gotta hide, right? I would paint my truck neon purple and blue if I had one. I totally would. Uh, so let's see. Just scroll down and see what else we can find as far as the news goes. And okay. So a few years ago, I reported on this. When they announced this, when Fans Toys announced this, and they announced there's going to be two parts. They announced this years ago. There's going to be two parts: the head and the body for their Fortress Maximus. The head, if you guys missed out on the head, it's been sold out for a while now. But to be fair, you guys did have a year to pre-order it before the sellout happened. It is a bit scummy though that the sellout happened so fast, and kind of weird and interesting how it happened. But anyway, but I digress about all of that. But it says Fort Max will be a little over 47 inches tall. Will be sold in two separate releases of the body and the head. So FT40 and FT40A for the head. Word is the project will take 1 to 2 years to be made after pre-orders are taken. The FT head Hannibal Cerebro's head release has already been announced to ship June 2022. Check out the official Fans Toys FT40 Fortress Maximus MP scale images until we know more. So they did show, I was going to say right here. So here's a Fans Toys hot rod. If you guys don't know, that is Masterpiece car scale. So that is Masterpiece Prowl. That's the size of those guys. That is, want to say that's probably about leader class. So Rodimus Prime, the new Rodimus Prime, kind of in that scale right there. That's how big that FT17 is. And then that compares to how big this Fortress Maximus is. This is going to be insanely massive. If you guys are a chug collector and a scale junkie, and you're going for that show accurate look on a display or whatever, then the chug scale figures would probably work a lot better than the Masterpiece scale figures. But what they're trying to do is replicate the toy scale, but bigger here in what Fans Toys is trying to do. So essentially, that should be G1 Hot Rod, and then their Fort Max would be Fort Max, G1 Fort Max. That's the scale that they're trying to replicate with their figures here in this one. The fact that this transforms into all three modes is insanely ridiculous. And yeah, so here you go. 47 inch. This is an older picture. This is from when they first announced it back at TFCon. 2019, I think it was. The second one in 2019. So September, whatever, the one in Chicago, I think it was. But anyway, so it's an older picture because it's a little over 50 inches. And here's two Fort Maxes from Hasbro and then the HasLab Unicron. This thing is going to be insanely massive. Let me scroll back through chat real quick and see what you guys are saying. Runestone says, I definitely getting the remaining S1 Beast Wars cast, Tarantulas and Inferno. Yeah, definitely. I will say, I hope Inferno isn't all clear plastic. I hope he's red or paint or whatever. And so, but I'm down 100%. Let's see. Super Robot Ad says, actually, Fans Project did it first with their Minosaur way back in 2012. Very true. Very, very true. G2 screams bold and bad. Right. JR says, I would like if Motormaster had an all-in-one transformation. That would be really interesting. That'd be really, really cool. Me and a buddy were talking about this. Instead of them coming up with new ideas on how to basically rework or, bring characters back or whatever, just give us updated G1 figures. They transform the exact same way, but it's all modern articulation, right? So essentially kind of what they did with Studio Series Grimlock, right? But a little bit less engineering, so he transforms more exactly like G1. And then just update the articulation. So that's kind of what we're talking about, and I think it would be really, really neat to see them do that. See, fans' toys are drunk, according to Gotbot. This thing is going to be massive. I will say that I did pre-order Cerebros, and as much as I love Fort Max, I cannot justify this. And I was actually talking to my girlfriend about getting this, and I told her I pre-ordered Cerebros, and she knew how big Fort Max is, how big this one's going to be. And she asked me, she said, "Oh dear Lord, are you going to get Fort Max? We have no room in the house, no nothing, blah blah blah." And I said, "No, I'm not getting Fort Max. I'm just getting Cerebros as a representation of a masterpiece, Cerebros or Fort Max in this case." It's so big. Where do you put something like that? Titan's Return is the size of, say, a toddler, like a 2-year-old. Fans Toys is the size of a 4 or 5-year-old or something, right? So, like, where do you put him, man? He needs his own bedroom with his own bed and TV in it. Runestone says that Fort Max would crush a poor kid, right? Could you imagine trying to transform that? Can you imagine like a 6-year-old trying to transform that? It's crazy. Jay Holler says it's damn near 4 feet tall. Yeah, it's crazy. That's waist height, on some people. It's nuts. Godbot says, I took a picture with Fort Max standing on Metroplex. Says it all. Yeah, dude. Runestone, God help us if they make an MP scale Unicron. Dude, I think if they do this, since Fans Toys is going through with this, and I think that's why the pre-orders for Cerebro sold out so fast, because I think a lot of people were skeptical that they were going to do this. And when it was confirmed that, yeah, we're definitely going through with this, that's why the pre-orders on Cerebro sold out so fast. But Fort Max is supposed to be the biggest, quote unquote, city bot. He's taller than Metroplex. He's taller than Triptychon. So him and Scorponok in the anime are, head to head, right? So if they do a Metroplex, I think a lot of people would be happy, because they might bring him down to Fort Max size, right? Like Titan's Return Fort Max. But if they did a Unicron, we're looking at, like, I don't even know how they would pull that off, because he would be so massive. The shipping on that Unicron alone, it would have to be 4 pieces, and you'd have to put it together, waist, upper body, arms, and wings, right? Those would be your 4 pieces right there. So like the arms and wings in one box, upper body and arms in one box, and then the lower body in another box. There's your 4 pieces, and it'd just be insane. And also, rumor has it that this Fans Toys Fort Max is going to have diecast in it as well. I can only imagine how the shipping cost on this from them. I don't, and there's not even a price for the body yet, right? So I've made this assumption for a little while now. This thing has to be in the grand range. Has to be $1,000 for this, because the head pre-ordered at, I think it was like $250. Cerebros was $250. The body itself has to be in the $850 to $1,000 range. So after everything's said and done, you have to be looking at either $1,000 to $1,200 for this thing. I don't see it being any less than that. And if it is less than that, I hope Fans Toys doesn't see this and try to jack up the price on everybody. So, see, Jay Holler says that transformation is going to be crazy for that body. Yeah, and this is arguably what me and my buddy were talking about, right? Like, give us the G1 toy with modern articulation, and this is exactly what it looks like they're going to do. So, it's the same size as my daughter. Jesus, there you go, man. There you go. Unicron comes up to like his hip. It's so crazy. And the Unicron is massive. Like, this picture alone downplays how big Unicron is. Okay, how wide he is. how tall he is, how deep his stand is, and and stuff like that. It downplays it. It really does. It downplays it. This thing, you're gonna have to make room for this thing. You're gonna have to plan this out. You're really gonna have to plan this out if you plan on getting this. So JSP says, so basically, if they went ahead with an MP scale Unicron, it would be 6+ feet tall. I could definitely see it, yeah, and that'd be intense, man. I think a lot of people would be out. I think a lot of people are excited because of Fort Max for this, but I think if anything goes anything bigger than this, than Fort Max, I think a lot of people would be out. Let's see. Deluxe says, thank you very much for having me. I love Transformers and Input reviews. Well, you know what? The Input channel loves you too, Hail Hasbro Reviews. Floor time is the best time. Haida says, I've been long saying that MP scale art should come out, released block by block as scene stages for figures. That'd be super cool. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Deluxe says he's going to bed with me. Hey Timmy, welcome in, man. Let's see. Ultra Megatrona says the price of that must be a down payment of a car. Yeah, definitely. It has to be in that range, man. It has to be. Especially when you look at Fans Toys pricing as of late and the way pricing on things have just skyrocketed and stuff. It has to be. Has to be. Haida says an MP Unicron would double as an apartment. Dude, that's no lie. That's no lie. Let's see. Gotbot says the math for an MP Unicron would put it at a 6-story building. You couldn't. That's the thing, is like you couldn't make Unicron in the scale with anything. You couldn't. Especially like if you're doing figures or anything like that, you just couldn't. Because he'd be, first of all, the scale in the movie's all over the place, right? Like Grimlock's the size of his left butt cheek in one scene, and in the next scene he's the size of an ant. So, but you couldn't make him in the scale with anything. Because I think at a certain point he'd become too heavy, and you'd have Godzilla syndrome, right? Godzilla would start to fall apart and everything. That's what, because his muscles wouldn't be strong enough to hold him up at that height. His bones and stuff would be real brittle and stuff. So I think that would be the situation that you'd have with this Unicron, is that he would need a solid steel stand, and all this other stuff would be nuts. Let's see. Benno says, did you ever use a single figure for a combiner, for example, Ultra Magnus as Defensor or Rodimus for Minosaur? You mean like when I was as a kid playing? I did, but I only ever did it if like Motor Master would be my Minosaur, so I would transform him into Motor Master being bot mode, but I would hold him like kind of in the air to simulate the combined mode gimmick and stuff for the other Stunticons and stuff. So, but yeah, I never really did it with other figures, but I did pretend that like other figures were other characters or other figures that I didn't have, right? So like I had a brown suit Wolverine, I didn't have a Sabretooth, and so I pretended that brown suit Wolverine was Sabretooth, since Sabretooth had a brown costume and stuff. So I did kind of do that, but nothing like Ultra Magnus as Defensor or nothing like that. No. See, Ultra Megatronus, I saw that a 6-story post on Unicron as well. Thought honestly it would be bigger. Oh, for customs you meant. Okay. No, I haven't done anything like that, although it's not a bad idea. Ultra Magnus as Defensor, like colored as Defensor, would be really cool because of the colors on him. Like Defensor's coloring, like Blades as use Blades as the right arm and like a white arm for the left arm, for first aid coloring and stuff. That'd be really cool. It's not a bad idea, man. I like that. I might have to steal that idea if I find a Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus just kind of out in the wild. I may steal that idea. It's a really cool idea. Let's see. I thought 6 stories was small for him as well. I guys, if you think that's small, like scale wise for the figures, take your Optimus Prime and go set it next to your house. If you guys live in a 1-story house or 2-story house or whatever, go set it next to your house. That, I feel like that would be in scale. I think 6 stories is right on the money. Super Robot Ed. There was supposed to be a repaint of 2001 RID Optimus Prime and Defensor, but it was canceled. Yeah, they did the titanium one as a hotspot, right? So I can kind of see why I got canceled. Because maybe the titanium series one was like their test for that idea, and since it didn't sell well, I mean the titanium series didn't sell well, but because that figure didn't sell well, maybe that's why they canceled it. Now, see, Runestone says it right there. RID Prime was recolored in the hotspot. Biology lesson. The biggest dinos pulled anatomy cheats to drastically reduce their weight. They had hollow bones. They pulled weird stunts of engineering. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so there we go. We got Fort Max. The final, I guess, the final countdown is on, guys. June 2022, man, is when we're going to start getting the head, and the body will take 1 to 2 years after pre-orders are taken. I don't think pre-orders are up for the body yet. So we'll definitely see how this plays out, because we are still seeing only grayscales for the bodies. We haven't seen any colored images for Fort Max's Fans Toys, Fort Max's body as of yet. So still up in limbo if the body gets made, but it looks like 1 to 2 years after pre-orders are taken, they might be thinking of doing like some kind of HasLab crowdfunding thing. Never know. Who knows? But we'll definitely see as all this stuff continues. So let's see. We'll go through. We'll do one more news article, and we'll see what we can find that we missed. Oh, Derek J. Watt, Transformers animator, has passed away at age 49. Very sad news right there. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that might be it for the news. Yeah. Oh, okay. So here we go. This right here, new Devastator. Transformers news is Make Toys back. This is a shout out to Deluxe Baldwin, because I clicked on the video and I don't want to play it on my channel because that seems real scummy. But yeah, so new cartoon accurate Devastator from a third party company is on the horizon. So if you guys aren't liking the way Toy World looks, be on the lookout for that. DNA announced Black Xerax upgrade kit. This is available right now for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, but here's the downside. It's one whole kit. They didn't break this kit up into 3 different pieces like they did the one for Scorponok, and I think the price on this one's $130 for the entire kit. It's a tough pill to swallow. I do have all 3 kits for my Earthrise Scorponok. They are amazing kits. It does help Scorponok out tremendously. It takes an amazing figure and makes it even more amazinger, if that's a word. I doubt it, but yeah. But that was a lot easier to swallow than $130 at one time for an upgrade kit. So Ultra Megatronus says, I could see in figure form the height if scaled next to an Optimus Prime figure. The foot alone would be the size of 1.5-story house. To me, visually, that is. Yeah, definitely. See, that's what I'm talking about. I definitely agree with you on that one, foot scale wise. Gotbot says he's got a jet. Get ready for later. All right, take care, Gotbot. Beno wants to know what figure would I use for the Stunticons? For Minosaur, I guess you're assuming, or you're asking me. Man, that's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know. I would have to give that a really good, sit down and think, right? Because you want to kind of make it as big as, say, Defensor or something. But then again, I would probably go off the wall and do maybe do a Star Saber colored as Minosaur. That'd be really kind of cool to see, because he could turn into a jet. Instead of, like a bunch of cars and trucks, right? Minosaur could turn into a jet. That would be really crazy to see too. Um, yeah, I think I would go with Star Saber on that one. Or you know what? I take that back. We'd do Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave would be really cool. Colored as Minosaur. Be really interesting. Um, the Black Xerax upgrade kit is from Haida set is 75% of the Black Xerax cost. That's the crazy thing, right? Because Black Xerax is $160 depending on where you go, or where you get him from, right? Yeah, you're 100% right. So you do 130, 160, you're looking at a $300 kit. And that vinyl figure runs you like $300 to $500 depending on where you get it from too. That big vinyl Black Xerax. So it's, like I said, it's a bitter pill, man. Jay Holler says, I don't really use upgrade kits. I'm too poor. This is from Haida. I'm too poor to justify Black Xerax, even though a G1 is unattainable. Yeah, and the G1, GPS and stuff with all the breakage issues and everything, and the price tag. That figure goes for now, I think it's like $1,000 range, and you don't know if it's going to break in shipping or anything else like that. At least at $160, if gold plastic syndrome is still a thing, we'll definitely find out in a couple of years with this one. So at least what I'm saying is at least you get to enjoy a Black Xerax at least for a couple of years at the cost, at a very small percentage cost of what the original was. Later, Den 10. Catch you later. Actually, wait instead of until all are prime. There you go. Take care, man. And yeah, I guess that'll do it for the news of this week and the live stream and the hangouts. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined me on the news for this week. And yeah, man, just take care of each other and all that good, crazy, awesome stuff. I love all you guys. Stay true to yourself. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys next video, next live stream, next podcast, next stop motion, whatever it is. When I see you guys, I will see you guys then, and take care of yourself. And yeah, catch you then. Cut it out.